Hello everyone, this is Dom55 and welcome to Minecraft mod review. This is the Better Bows mod, which adds lots of cool new arrows and bows. So let's get started. Let's go into survival mode. 0, okay. So to create the first bow, or the normal bow, you actually need a piece of leather. So it's the same as it used to be, except with leather. And that gives you a normal bow. And they've changed it so the pullback is faster. The first custom bow is the recurve bow, which, as you can see, has a little curve on the end on either side. The arrows run or fly faster. It has less durability than the normal one, and the pullback is also a little longer, and you just create that by putting the bow in the crafting bench, and that's it. Then there's the long bow. This has the longest range of the 4 bows you can get, fastest arrows, and has the same durability as the normal bow, and the pullback is also the longest. To craft this, you just add 2 sticks and a piece of string to a normal bow, and you'll get a long bow. Then there's the Yumi, and the stats of these are between the long bow and the recurve bow. So distance, pullback, and durability is both between those two. And this is actually made with reed, or sugarcane, and leather, and of course string. So those are the bows. Let's get some arrows. I didn't actually give myself any. Let's go back to creative. Bows, normal arrow. There we go. So I've set up a little range here. Let's just fire all of these. Recurve bow, as you can see, it takes a little longer and it goes far. Long bow, that goes the farthest. And the Yumi, which goes between the recurve and the long bow. I've marked previously where they fell. I did a little test run. The normal bow does about, I think it was 170 blocks. 120, sorry. Yeah, 120 blocks. Then the recurve bow is next. At 168 was the longest I could do. And here's the arrow. As you can see on the arrows, they are rendered in 3D. It's very cool. And also the bows, when you draw them back, are rendered in 3D, which I'll show you in a minute. This was the Yumi at 224 blocks. And the long bow, I didn't actually finish it for the long bow because it went so far away, is right here, if it loads, at 330 blocks, if I remember correctly. Doesn't want to load though. Okay, so as you can see, it goes a long way away. It's not loading, so I'm not going to show you, but yeah, 330 blocks I could get, so that's pretty good. Although accuracy at that distance is, I don't know, doesn't seem to be worth it all that much. So I'm going to go back. Probably won't record it, so yeah. Okay, so we're back at the chests, or my little showroom, I guess. So now let's get onto the arrows. First of all, there's fire arrows, which you can make with blaze powder or coal, and they set fire to the ground around you. Or not around you, sorry, where it lands. And then there's the ender arrow, which teleports you. Then there are explosive arrows, impact explosive, which, well, explodes on impact. And then there's the fused or the timed explosive arrow, which takes 1.5 seconds to explode. Here we've got potion arrows, which is just a potion and an arrow. I forgot to put it there, but whatever. It's, yeah, self-explanatory, I guess. There's a splash potion and a normal potion version. So one of them will splash on an area and the other will only affect mobs or players when they are hit directly. So the next two are the torch arrow and the drill arrow. Here are the recipes. And you get 3 drill arrows with all these resources, which is good. And then there is a variation of all of these arrows, which is a splitting arrow. And you can create different amounts. All of these here are 4 splitting arrows. But if you were to do this with not splitting arrows, but 2 normal arrows, you would get 2. Here we'd go 4 normal arrows and 2 string, you would get a 4 splitting. Here there's 6, so you get 6 splitting. And you always have to add half the amount of arrows in a string. I'm not sure that made sense, but yeah. So these aren't splitting arrows, aren't meant to be, but whatever. And there's a splitting version of everything, so just get these quickly. There we go. Okay. And then there's another item, a quiver, which is crafted with 3 leather and a string, like this. And I have some supplies here. Now, as you can see, I have 2 quivers on my hotbar, and up top there are 2 quiver GUI icons. If I were to get rid of one of these, there would only be 1. So it depends on the amount of quivers you have. I'm going to get all these arrows and put them in the quiver so they don't take up all this inventory space. So you can have 16 arrows in each slot, and to get them all out in one go, just press this button, and there you go. As you can see, the quiver has a durability bar, which just indicates how many arrows there are in it. It's very simple. And then I'll just add different types into this one. Ender arrow. Let's see. Invisibility, okay. Let's have torch. Torch arrows are really cool, actually. So as you can see, up top the arrows are jiggling about, and that shows which arrows the bow will fire. So I'll just get rid of these in my inventory. There we go. So it says it's going to fire the normal arrows, and as you can see it does that. And you can switch between the arrows with the equal and minus signs, which are next to the backspace and they're next to each other, so it's very simple to find. As you can see, you can go back and forth. Very simple. Okay. Yeah, it's very simple actually. So now I'll show what the fire arrow does first. This is a 4 splitting fire arrow. So it's going to split into 4 pieces. There you go. And it sets fire to the ground, as you can see, in 4 places. So next, the ender arrow, which I'm actually going to use the longbow to fire. And it just teleports us to wherever it goes. So, yeah. Very simple. That's going to take us a long way away. Yeah, okay. And it just it works as a normal ender pearl. It reduces your health by 3 hearts, I think. Something like that. I'm not familiar with the damages it makes, but yeah. Next, let's do the Splash Potion of Invisibility Arrow. Let's just do this upwards, so it works on us. And as you can see, we are invisible, except we have an arrow in our leg. But yeah, okay. It's not a huge problem. So next, let's do the torch arrow. 4 splitting torch arrow. So this is going to split into 4 pieces. A normal one would only shoot 1. So what this does is it just shoots torches onto walls. You can retrieve the arrows, and the torches stay there unless you break them off, which is just amazing. And they don't actually align onto the block properly, so you can have multiple of them like this. So it's very cool and a bit weird, but works nicely. And that always also lights up the area around it. So if there's a torch on here in the corner, then it will interpret that there's a torch on the center of this block. I believe that's how it works. They also react with water and like normal torches, except they can be placed anywhere with arrows, or bows, sorry. Next, let's get everything out of the quivers. There we go. Let's get drill arrows, 4 splitting drill arrow, explosive arrow, timed, impact explosive, and timed. Okay, let's equip these. Drill, 4 splitting drill, 4 splitting timed. Let's see what else there is in here. Nothing else, I think. Yeah, that's all. Okay. So, the impact explosive arrow just explodes on impact. Let's just shoot it at this cactus. The explosion is meant to be as big as a creeper, or just a little under a creeper explosion. I think it's actually quite a bit smaller than a creeper explosion, especially on this sand here. Let's try it over there. Well, yeah, it's a little smaller than a creeper explosion. So next let's do the timed explosive arrow, which is just timed basically. And if you're close enough to the arrow when it lands, you can actually pick it back up and it won't explode. So that's useful if you make a mistake, I guess. Next, it's the drill arrow, which just drills a hole. It's not very impressive. Like, yeah, that's it. It's not really a big hole, is it? I mean, about 5 blocks it can dig. So, not very special. Let's just go back up. There we go. And now let's do a 4 splitting timed explosive arrow. So this is just to demonstrate all the variations that you can do. It's just crazy. Also, that when I pull the bow back, now you can see that the arrows, the string, and the wood of the bow itself is rendered in 3 different areas. So the blocks are individually rendered in 3D, which is nice. And as you can see, 4 explosions. And it's timed. So now it's night time. Let's grab some invisibility potions, or arrows on potions. Okay, this will do. Oh, okay, that's different. Let's also get a torch arrow and put them in the quiver. Whoops, not that much. Let's do... Oh, so this is a broken drill arrow. I didn't know about that. Okay, let's also make some torch arrows in here. There we go. Also put that in the quiver. So the torches, or the arrows in the quiver, will always come first when shooting. So let's do torch arrow. As you can see, it lights up the area. You can see on the hills I've shot some torches up there as well. So let's just try there. And yeah, it's very cool actually. Especially if you get a 6-way splitting arrow thing with torches. It's very cool. Let's get a cactus. There we go. You can light up mobs. Oh no, okay. So if you hit a mob, the bow will just disappear, I guess. So let's try the invisibility potion arrow. Oh dear, bloody hell. So he's going to disappear and we're going to die. So let's try not to die. There we go, okay. That was close. Okay, impact explosive arrow, let's just blow this spider up. There you go. I believe torches, yes, the torches also blow up. There's our skeleton. He's dead, okay. So you can have a lot of fun with these, and it adds a lot of more stuff that you can try out, and things that you could do. Here's the arrow again, in case you didn't see last time. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. It's not really episode. Well, it might be, I don't know. But thanks for watching and see you again next time.